Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge, and this is Cruise Peruse, episode number 75. As you can tell, boys and girls, I look a little bit deranged. My hair's a fucking mess. I'm tired. I just woke up. You know, going from the east to the west part of town, and I got a jackass right fucking behind me. I'm gonna slow the fuck down, asshole. You know, it's people like this I'm just gonna fucking annoy, just to annoy. Yeah, go fuck yourself, you fucking asshole. You fucking old bitch. Anyways, folks, before I got derailed by some cunt right behind me. Oh boy. Ripping out the Lakers jersey today, boys and girls. Lakers, yes, number 8, signature classic Mamba number. We had the NBA draft last night. Of course, boys and girls, who goes number 1 overall to the New Orleans Pelicans? New Orleans. Get Zion Williamson. Surprise, surprise. Come on. We all knew it was going to be Zion, Ja Morant, and R.J. Barrett. And surprise, surprise. Those three all went in order. I believe it was DeAndre Hunter who was the 4th overall pick that was supposed to be the Lakers that actually went ahead to the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken, in a trade from the New Orleans Pelicans, who actually got an incredible haul for those picks. And so, really, if you watch that draft overall and saw which pieces are headed to New Orleans, I'll tell you what, that team is going to be really exciting to watch this upcoming season. They're going to be just a bunch of young, talented guys trying to figure things out. Will they be above 500? Maybe they can. But in the strong West, they might fall, may not make it to the playoffs. But I believe that the New Orleans Pelicans that's going to be a fun team to watch in the near future, and other teams getting their build on. Cleveland had a couple of good picks, I feel. And then there's the Knicks. Yeah, you got R.J. Barrett. Please don't ruin that kid. He seems like such a good kid, Canadian boy, and yeah, the Knicks ruin everything. I seriously, the Knicks figure out a way to ruin good situations they're in, and so I hope this kid, survives the brunt of New York Knicks stupidity and general New York fandom stupidity. I really hope so. And yeah, it's ironic coming from a Lakers fan because we're all idiots. But yeah, the Knicks are worse. I always say that the Knicks are that fan base is just a cesspool of idiots. Idiots, yeah, indeed, idiots. But yeah, the Lakers only had 1 second-round pick, which they acquired from a trade from the Orlando Magic for number 46 overall. I believe the trade was based on conditional, future picks in the second round. So that's going to be a bit of an interesting thing to watch for the Lakers. So with that number 46 overall pick, the LA Lakers selected Talen. I kept fucking... the funny thing is I don't, script these episodes, so I try to just memorize things off the top of my head. It's like Talen Horton-Tucker. Is that right? I want to say Talen Horton-Tucker. That's his name. I could be wrong, boys and girls, but please, if I am wrong, look it up, and I'll probably have the proper spelling on the title somewhere or in the description card. But yeah, point guard from Iowa State. I'm pretty sure I got that right. 7'1" wingspan. Holy shit, this kid looks pretty solid. Looks like a good potential, and from based on what a lot of the the draft ranking was, he was supposed to go in the first round apparently. And so the Lakers get this kid in the in the second round, and which pretty much means you don't really have to pay him all that much. Beneficial to the salary situation that the Lakers are facing with the whole trade for Anthony Davis, which everyone is now calling a debacle. I mean, initially that was my reaction, but my whole thing is let's just wait and see. And my assumption was always we're going to only have probably $24 million to spend anyways, $23 million if lucky. And that's what my assumption was always based on. I never kind of thought, all right, When they initially reported 30 million, I thought 30 million. But once they started explaining the salary cap situation and the option of, Anthony Davis opting in or out of that bonus money, I honestly figured, like, dude, he's going to fucking want his money. We're only going to have 23 million. And so why the fuck not pay for some role players instead? Fill out that bench. And the Lakers, after this draft, this morning, signed a 2-guard from Gonzaga. Norvell, I believe is his last name. Zach Norvell. 2 L's, boys and girls. And so my whole thing with the Lakers now becomes... let's, make some decent trade moves from the for role players in depth. I say sign guys like Patrick Beverley, sign guys like JJ Redick or Brook Lopez or any of those guys you can get your hands on. If you can keep McGee, that'd be amazing. That'd be fantastic. And really, the other crucial part of the Lakers offseason now has to be the Summer League. I keep telling people that, no matter what you think about the Summer League, it's still a developmental tool that a lot of NBA teams use for the benefit of their, their roster and their G League roster as well. So it's kind of crazy that people don't really value the G League and the Summer League as much, but honestly, that's where a lot of the bench depth comes from for a lot of these players. And so Norvell actually signed a 2-way contract, so you're going to see him in and out of that lineup. We're also probably going to have Jonathan Williams, if I'm not mistaken, the center that played in the G League for most of the season and then kind of got inserted into our lineup. The Lakers have a lot of figuring out to do. All right, and as a Lakers fan, I can fully admit that I'm not an idiot. We got $23 million in cap. And again, that pretty much means you're only going to be able to sign maybe 2 good rotation role players. And again, my wish list, my player that's on top of the wish list before everybody else is Patrick Beverley. Because the reality is I don't think we're going to get a max free agent. And even if they try to, they're going to get somebody that's worth 22 million, which I say that's not even fucking worth it. It really isn't, unless you're getting that max level guy. Here's my whole thing. Here's my whole thing with the Lakers and this whole free agency thing. The only player I would absolutely let the Lakers sign as a third max option is Kawhi Leonard. There is no ifs, ands, or buts for me here. Okay, if you can get Kawhi, great. That's other than that, I put a huge question mark to everybody else. Kyrie Irving, questionable. D'Angelo Russell, questionable. Al Horford, questionable. Is that Vucevic? Yeah, Vucevic, questionable. All these free agents very questionable except Kawhi Leonard. I would take Kawhi Leonard in a fucking heartbeat. 32 mil, if anything, and figure out what the hell we're going to do from there. A bunch of G League players, but figure some shit out. That's just me. That's just me personally. But the reality, too, is we got Anthony Davis. We got LeBron James. We also got Kyle Kuzma. 3 pivotal pieces to have this quote-unquote rebuild, but not rebuild, but rebuild indeed. Also got Mo Wagner, Isaac Bonga. Now we got Trent Horton-Tucker. If I feel like I might be saying it wrong, but there it is. We also got Zach Norvell. So now we got 7 players on our rosters. And here's the thing, again. The Summer League is going to be pivotal for the Lakers. It has to be something that the Lakers invest into and deeply consider roster moves based on the Summer League. I really do think so. You're going to get a lot of good, cheap players, guys who can play team ball, guys who can come off the bench and give you a couple of scoring, maybe play some defense. And yeah, we're going to have to see what the Lakers do from this point on. And free agency looms, boys and girls. June 30th is coming up soon. And you you know it's just only going to get crazier. You only know it's only going to get crazier, right? And with all that NBA action going on, I know I just did something really just gross, but it happens. But hey, other NBA action, will go on after this draft. Obviously, the Summer League will have all this other shit. Pretty sure the FIBA World Cup is going to be going on this summer too, so something to really look out for there. But, international tournaments going around, boys and girls, obviously. Got to talk about it. Women's World Cup. Last night, or yesterday afternoon, the women of the United States took on Sweden and beat the fuck out of them 2-0. Now, I can hear you guys thinking, oh, only 2-0, they should have, they beat a team 13, it's fucking 0. Alright, listen. That's a completely negligible team in Thailand. I don't care what the fuck they're actually ranked. That's a fucking completely negligible team. The fact that they beat Chile 3-0, pretty decent. Sweden, this match, however, I felt it was different. They put in a lot of key players. Alex Morgan, unfortunately, got subbed out at the halftime with an apparent injury. Hopefully nothing too lingering before the knockout stages, because we definitely need Alex Morgan. Rapinoe started. Heath also started. You also had Horan in the fucking midfield there. So no Ertz, no Carly Lloyd to start off, but we had a really solid start because, first 3 minutes of that match, USA scores from Horan, and it's bombastic football. What I saw from the USA yesterday was we really don't have a weakness except ourselves. That's what I really realized from the USA women's national team watching them yesterday, and subsequently, really, I've watched all their matches, in this World Cup so far, and all I can really say is, wow, these ladies are about to do the business. Because unless they get in their own heads, I don't think anyone's going to beat them. I really don't. The fact, too, is, I got an English buddy of mine. We always talk about, international football. He's a huge English fan. And the whole thing with England is I say they're going to make it to the semifinals because they are in this bracket where they do have a bit of a tough opponent. I completely forget who they're going to be facing, and I do have to look at that bracket again. But potentially the USA and England could meet up in the semifinals because they're in the same bracket. Now, the whole concern becomes, will the USA face France in the quarterfinal? And is that a concern because France has, home field advantage, they're playing in Paris, yada, yada, yada. I say based on the football, the USA they're going to run away in that match if that happens. And I know that's kind of foregoing the opponents in Spain, but honestly, Spain, from what I saw within their group stage matches, they looked absolutely mediocre, bland as all shit, and lucky breaks honestly got them to where they are. I really don't rate their chances all too highly. And with that being said, I'm pretty sure the USA wins by a 2-goal margin in that round of 16. But by the time you get to the quarterfinal against France, I believe the USA can win in a 1-goal game. Because France, I'm going to be honest, man, France has not been impressive at all this World Cup. They look like a team that is carrying on based on the home field advantage factor and not a whole lot of skills. And I'm pretty sure there are French fans who are livid at that, not me saying that, but honestly, prove me otherwise. 4-0 win against Korea, kind of expected. Korea was garbage, and I'm a South Korean fan. Those women played like fucking garbage, okay? And I don't know why the fuck they're patting themselves on the back. I'm kind of pissed that they are. Like, what the fuck did you actually do, Korea? You didn't do shit. And, you're in that group with Nigeria, Norway. You get decent results. I believe one match you got to win based on VAR twice. And I don't know. I don't see this squad going anywhere after the round of 16. They might just win in the knockout stages of the round of 16. But I think if they go in the quarterfinals against the USA, I think the USA are going to absolutely dominate them. And here's the thing. I feel my final two, like that final for me, has to be the USA versus Germany. That's my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen. And let me tell you why. Germany, despite some of their rather lackluster efforts in some of those group stage matches, have looked very sharp. That's honestly their motto. They look, they look for efficiency. They look for those crisp passes. And man, I'm telling you, Germany has looked the part. Am I going to completely discredit England? No, I truly believe England can get to the semifinals. They are that team too. But something about the USA and Germany this World Cup, again, just speaks to me that, wow, these two teams are the powerhouses. These two are the teams to beat. And I believe the ultimate clash will come in the World Cup final, USA versus Germany. And I still take the USA winning it. I say the USA wins this whole tournament, no problem. And of course, a bit of a problem, because then, you can't take any opponents lightly in football. Anything can change with the flip of the switch, right? And that's the whole thing with tournaments like this. It's a one-match tournament in each knockout stage. So you got to give it your all. You got to give it your all every match, and the U.S. women's national team has to recognize that. And again, what I say about the USA, I believe is true about this whole squad. They are so good. They are so fucking good that the only team that can truly beat them is themselves. If they get in their own heads, if they start thinking they're better than everybody else, that's when they're going to lose. The U.S. women's national team has to recognize that, hey, we're still a team that's in this club. We're still a team that's in this tournament. We're in the round of 16. We got an uphill battle against all these hard opponents, these challenging opponents, and just gotta do your job. Because what I saw from Sweden yesterday was a very impressive display of football from the U.S. women's national team. I mean, the way they just used the flanks and the wings, it was just absolutely impressive. The crosses, the switch-ups. The U.S. had it all. They had it all. Sweden honestly had no chance. That back four for the U.S. is absolutely stellar. The awareness they got to help out the goalkeeper, and once you get to the goalkeeper, it just, we might miss Hope Solo, but this new gal, and I apologize, I don't really know her last name. I think it was Noah or something. Again, I apologize. I should know this, but she was unbelievable too in that Sweden match. And again, we're gonna credit Horan and Heath on getting those goals, and unfortunately FIFA ruled in an own goal by Sweden, which that second goal, if you watch that thing, it doesn't make any fucking sense. First of all, let me talk about VAR real quick. I am a huge proponent of VAR. Trust me when I say that. I do want mistakes, caught on tape, right? I mean, you want things like that, but simultaneously, you kill the ebb and flow of the game, not giving any awareness to the audience, especially if you're watching that shit live. Apparently, they don't really give you any clues as to what's going on when they just stop the match midway. And yeah, I mean, I do agree with VAR, but there has to be a better process as to how this goes, because taking fucking forever to figure out what the fuck a call is on the pitch is ridiculous. The second goal last night, and let me explain this goal real quick. There was a cross into the box. There's about 3 or 4 Swedish defenders, Carly Lloyd playing off one of the defender's shoulders, and the ball doesn't even touch Carly Lloyd. Okay, the ball doesn't even touch Carly Lloyd when the cross goes in. One of the defenders from Sweden kicks the ball out to the right-hand side, all right, on the right fucking side of the box, inside the goal box. And Heath is able to just have the presence of mind to control the ball within the box, net it in this really hard-cut angle, nets the ball in, and it's labeled as an own goal. I don't understand FIFA. I don't understand the logic behind that. And the fact that they took literally nearly 3 fucking minutes to figure out whether this was a good goal or not was ridiculous. The VAR system is great. I think it's going to be beneficial long term to those of us who enjoy football, because I believe the subtlety and nuances of what can be made of VAR. You know, defenders can defend better. Strikers will be more aware of what they're doing inside the box, so they won't do any more cheap fucking shit shots, right? Cheap shots. And so I do agree with VAR, but at the same time, the process and procedure of how to go about VAR has to be thoroughly drawn out, because this shit was just fucking unbelievable yesterday. Nearly 3 fucking minutes of debating whether this was a good goal or not, and the referees look fucking out of sorts. FIFA really has to sort this shit out, because that goal yesterday, clearly a goal by Heath, clearly not an offside on Carly Lloyd, but they labeled it an own goal, and they took 3 fucking minutes to decide whether it was a goal or not. And again, I look at FIFA and question their motives, question their logic at times, and this is no different. But the U.S. women's national team honestly could have had that match at 3-0, 4-0, but got it at 2-0. And it was still a thoroughly impressive beating of Sweden, a team that, as good as they have been, again, most of these squads, if you're not, within my reasoning, if you're not in the top 3, I don't really value you. I don't really think there's a huge oomph factor for these squads. And my top 3, USA number 1 by a fucking mile, Germany, and then England. Those 3 teams, I feel, are going to get to the semifinals. All 3 of those teams. And it's just going to be curious to see, you know, who actually shows out. Who falls under pressure. And, sorry to say, but my money's on England. I don't think Phil Neville's that much of an inspiring hire. And yeah, I do watch the Premier League a lot, boys and girls, and I know United fans are just going to be all fucking butthurt that I'm shitting at Phil Neville. Well, you're an Arsenal fan. You don't know winning. Dude, I've heard it all before. England, why don't you fucking win something and come to me afterwards? Oh, we won 3rd place. Congratulations, you won 3rd place. That's fucking wonderful. And again, in terms of a nation that invests that much money into football, come on. And again, my sincere hope is Germany versus USA. That would just be an incredible World Cup final to watch. But simultaneously, yeah, England is going to be a threat. I still do rank them in the 3rd spot there. That 4th spot, though, I don't know, man. I really don't know who the hell's going to come out of the other side of the bracket. I just think that a lot, like, that 4th spot could be anybody. Honestly, that 4th spot could go to anybody, because most of the quote-unquote top teams, they've played really mediocre and really bland football, uninspiring at times. And you think, you're going to get to the knockout stages? What are you going to do? Like, what are you actually going to do? Maybe they do something, I don't know. But there's something about the USA women's national team this season, just of the World Cup, where I'm telling you, man, if they don't get to the final, I'm going to be disappointed. That's the whole thing with the United States women's national team. I really strongly believe they should make it to the finals again. And this might set a new record, I believe. And I have to actually look this up back, dating back to the first World Cup, which was 1991, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think there's a team that's been to 3 World Cup finals consecutively. That's just 12 years of excellence. And if the USA can do that, I'd be just thoroughly impressed whether they win the gold or not, or the World Cup, actual World Cup or not. The thing is, though, like I said, the U.S. women's national team, they just have to realize that their worst enemy is themselves. And as long as they just play their game, as long as they just focus up and just do their jobs, they're going to be fine. That team is again, heads and shoulders above everybody else. I don't even fucking deny that shit. I don't even fucking exaggerate when I say that, man. I watch a lot of these fucking football matches, boys and girls. Can most normal sports fans say that right now? That they watch a lot of these fucking Women's World Cup matches? And if you're not the United States or Germany or England, most of you have been very mediocre and boring to watch. Just saying, man. Like, I have all these fucking people just come tell me shit without watching a single match. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Give me some fucking facts. Give me some stats. Give me some confirmation that the eye test has worked, that you fucking watched the goddamn games, and then we'll talk, okay? Like, that's the thing, boys and girls. The truth is a bitch, okay? The truth will slap you in the fucking face 9 times out of 10. But when you accept it, you get more perspective, you get more knowledge, and that, boys and girls, is the key. Okay? Being a know-it-all cunt. So, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. And oh, real quick, I know I talked about the NHL Award Show compilation video. I know I was going to shoot it yesterday. Actually, I was going to compile it yesterday and upload it. But quick side note, my dad passed away June 20th, 2018. So yesterday, June 20th, 2019, my mom and I, spent the evening to ourselves, had dinner, so couldn't really get anything done. But I'm going to upload it by Sunday. Apologize for any inconvenience if you guys wanted to see some NHL award shows, but that's it. That's the thing. And so, boys and girls, again, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. I'm done. Fuck off.